We're back.
Yes, welcome to another episode of the FPL Diamond Dogs. My name is Tibs, and this is Sid. And Man United finally get to play a game after two. Whoa, we're here, boys. We are finally here, boys. We are finally back. International breaks have happened. We have FA Cup games. The Champions League is still Champions Leaguing, but we are back this week for FPL from Friday. So remember, the deadline is Friday this game week. And Sid, we have a lot of questions that we have to answer today, my
I don't
man.
think we need to. I don't think we need to answer a lot of questions here. I think it's
No, there is no, because yes, our
no.
double game week teams have been confirmed, Sid.
Oh yeah, they
Um,
have.
there were meant to be 8 teams doubling this game week, but there were 6. Because one team got eliminated in the FA Cup. They were a Premier League team and they got eliminated by a non-Premier League team. So they're not doubling anymore in game week 33. And that team is Arsenal, Sid.
Yeah, your point.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
don't.
I'm just saying,
You know what? We decided we wanted that United schedule, bro. Don't play for 6 weeks and you're just chilling. we
Hey,
decided we wanted that United schedule. I'm like, wait, why? This team over here is just chilling. They don't have to do anything.
I think we're in your son, Sid. We're in Dublin, bro. We are out here. That's where we're doing our training. We had a 4-week mini camp. We're just out here being like, nah, England's not it, fam. Let's just go see the countryside. You guys are in Portugal playing games. We are like, nah, let's just go vibe. Let's say where Guinness was made. Let's go and enjoy ourselves.
Yeah, like
So,
I said, yeah, we things happened. We were in
mhm,
places.
yes.
Yeah, there's not really much else to say about it.
Okay, because some people would be like, "Hey, this is actually troublesome, right? Like Man City beat you, Southampton beat you, Portugal. Not Portugal.
United beat
Sporting
us.
Sporting Lisbon, Sporting Lisbon were out
They
there.
didn't beat
They
us
were.
though. No. Don't. I can go with people who beat us. And you know what the scary part is? The scary part is
Right.
it's like one hand. I can just use one hand to say this is the people that beat us.
Yeah, that's true. No, I was
One
just
hand.
out there. I was just saying it was possibly a rough time, but you know what? I support Chelsea.
You know
But
what?
to
It is
start
what it
the FA
is.
Cup game,
I
yeah,
feel
yeah,
like you.
yeah.
I
Sorry.
feel like you're not focusing on the pure facts at the end of the day, and
Okay.
the pure facts at the end of the day are shame. When did your team last play again?
Oh no, Sid, like
No,
we'll
no, no,
discuss
no,
that
no, no,
later.
no,
We
no, no, no,
don't.
no, no, no. You bringing my team. So let's talk about your team.
No,
When did your
no,
team
no,
last
no.
play
I'm
again? No, no,
thinking
no, no,
about
no, no.
fantasy, Sid.
No, yeah. We're talking about fantasy because it's a fantasy that your team is playing. We're talking about fantasy. So tell me, when
Okay.
did your team last play again?
I honestly can't tell you, Sid. I forgot. I genuinely, but I know that there's been international games. I've seen Champions League. I've seen FA Cup, and my team is in Dublin right now. Just having fun, but just get a new change of scenery. So that's all I'm aware of. That's all I'm aware of. So I can't comment. I can't comment. So I don't know how they've played, how they're playing. I don't. Okay, I do know that Patrick Dogu and Martinez made the training camp, and that Martinez is now officially done on the field training. Dogu still got a couple training sessions to go,
Bruh,
so
how
that's
many
what I
more
can
training
confirm.
sessions does this man need? He had 6 weeks of break.
I'm just telling you,
A
Sid, this
whole
is
month
this is
went by where they could
information.
not see a football pitch, bruh.
I'm just telling you that only Martinez is now currently on the grass training. That's all I can tell you, Sid. That's all I know. Maguire signed the new contract, so Harry Maguire is going to be with us for another until 2027. So he's around for another year. So that's possible good information to go forward with. So that's all the information I have for you, Sid. But not excluding, cannot excluding, but things to be concerned about fantasy wise that the FA Cup did give us is that Timber and Saka weren't playing in the FA Cup game, so there could be injury concerns going into FPL in the following season and the following game week. Gabriel made the team for the Champions League game yesterday, so that means that he is possibly, even though he's yellow flagged, he's then probably still has a possibility to play this game week. So that's me just deciding, you know. So I was just bringing it up to give the viewers something to talk about, you know, actual fantasy content. Liverpool lost 4-0. So is it time now to just give up on Liverpool players as Haaland scored a hat trick and it looks like it's going to be confirmed that City are going to have at least 2 double game weeks until the end of the season. So is it time to bring back our hat trick hero that scored a hat trick against Liverpool, um, Erling Haaland, who we both don't have in our team. And then Chelsea won 7-0. So is it time to start to feel a bit chilly, Sid? Is it time to? And these are questions that we should be asking, Sid. I'm just putting it out there. They
Sorry,
won 7-0.
this is the same Chelsea you're talking about who's thinking about sacking their eighth manager now. I don't know. I've lost count of the amount of managers that come in and come out of that team. This is the same team. This is the same team that Enzo Fernandez is not a part of. This is the same team that Ice Cold Palmer is frozen in a block of ice. This is the same team that João Pedro is just not. He's behaving like a Pedro's chicken at this point, and he's sprayed on the grill, dog. Like, what are you trying to bring here?
Sid, I'm creating questions. That's all I'm asking. You can answer them. Like, that's what we're here to do. We're meant to answer and we're meant to decide what we're meant to do for this coming game week. That's all I'm doing, Sid. I'm presenting questions to the audience members. I'm not saying you should, but we will discuss in future when we need to start calling up people and deciding what needs to happen for the coming game weeks that we can now answer like good people, like honest, great podcasting people to do. But before we actually go into that, let me just give a broad overview of what's going to be happening for the next few game weeks that have been confirmed. So there are confirmed 6 teams doubling in game week 33. So the 6 teams are Man City, Burnley, Chelsea, Brighton, Leeds, and Bournemouth. So those 6 teams are all confirmed doubling in game week 33. But the reason why they are doubling is because in game week 34, they are FA Cupping. So because they are FA Cupping in game week 34, that means they are not playing at all in game week 34. So all those 6 teams that are doubling in 33 know nothing about football in game week 34. And then City's game week that they still haven't played from the League Cup shenanigans that other time is looking to be pushed back to around game week 35, 36. Hasn't been confirmed yet. Will be decided on whether how far Crystal Palace go in the Conference League. So that's just the reason why that game week hasn't been decided yet. But those are the 6 teams that we should be looking to target for either a wild card or a bench boost, or even possibly a triple captain if you still have it for the next game week for game week 33. So that is just a broad overview of how the teams are going to be forming up until the remaining fixtures for FPL. Yes. So,
Okay.
Sid, and I'll just letting the people know, Sid. So, Sid, as you know, because last episode we never discussed how we did last game week, and we didn't discuss how our teams are looking for this new game week, how we did last game week. So, Sid, you have prolonged this great episode. So, let's just do a recap of how you did and how I did, and also like what are we looking now to do in the upcoming game weeks. So, Sid, please take the reins and tell us how you did last game week.
I got 35 points.
Okay.
Debraka who got 2 points. Tiago got 0. Esteve got 3. Alderete who got 1. Wemo 2, Enzo 2, Bruno Fernandes 13, Rogers 6, Thiago 4, Ekitike 2, Shesko 0.
Uh,
In my
okay.
defense, I was on a plane, and
Oh, that is fair.
in
That is fair.
I didn't manage to do the thing for the captaincy. But even then, I don't think that would
Yes.
have helped me.
That's fair. That's fair. But you still have your wild card, and you still have quite a few transfers um, that you've built up and stored. So even though it wasn't your game week for game weeks, I think that the retribution is still in. You can still make a comeback, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. So my goal at this point in time is to I'm gonna wildcard this week because
Mhm.
like my team is Enzo is out, Roofs is out, so I'm relying on Dubravka as a keeper. Never.
Mm,
um, Timber could be out as well, but
mm.
there is talk of him being available for the fixture against Bournemouth this weekend. So not sure. Also Saka, there is talk of Saka being available for that fixture, but not sure. So reality situation is, I think I need to just wipe the slate clean and start again.
No, that's I can't do that because I wildcarded over yonder ago.
Yeah.
But
Oh
so
wait.
yeah, I
Before
think that's
before
that.
you can before you
Yeah,
continue, yeah, that also feeds into the fact that I'll probably bench boost 32, then I'll probably free hit 30.
33. Yeah.
Sorry, bench boost 33, free hit 32, 34, and then at that point would have had like five transfers. By that stage, I'd have
Mm.
five transfers. Well, I would have accumulated because right now I'm on three transfers. So this week, next week four, the week after five, which means I can get rid of the bench boost and then upgrade for the
Ah,
remaining game
yeah.
weeks.
No, that's a better strategy than I have because yeah, I'm struggling out here. So yeah, but yeah, I'm also bench boosting 33 and free hits in 34. So my transfers this game week and for game week 33 are gonna be me trying to get a suitable bench. And then I'm gonna just have to hope and pray for I gotta just have to hope and pray for the next couple of game weeks. So for my team, so for last week, I got 59. I only had 10 people out there, but basically nine if you count that Hill got me -1. So he was an up from the from the get-go. So on my team, I had to play Dubravka. He got me 2 points. Gabriel was also on my team, but obviously Arsenal never had a fixture. Virgil van Dijk got me 3. Hill got me -1. Harry Wilson, the boy who saved my fantasy game week, got me 9 points. Enzo Fernandez, who wants to be in Madrid because Newcastle clear. I mean, because London is not where he needs to be. He got me 2 points. Bruno Fernandez as captain got me 26. Anthony Gordon English, the new English Marcus Rashford, got me 10 points. Ekatike, who is honestly been the worst signing ever. And Isaac is now officially going to be on the bench for the Champions League game today and is fit again. He got me 1 point. João Pedro got me 2. And Sid's boy, Krupi Jr., I'm a man, got me a nice 5 points. And then I had Timber, O'Reilly, Semenyo, and Petrovic on the bench. So I agree with Sid of I'm gonna now plan for the double and Game Week 33. I'm pretty happy because both Petrovic and Dubravka are doubling in Game Week 33. So both of my keepers are doubling. So that's not a concern for me for the double game week. Because at least I'll have one double game week keeper on my bench for my bench boost. And then it's now time to look at trying to bring in some Leeds players. Surprisingly, I'll be looking at some Leeds and Brighton players to try and bring into my team because I think that Leeds probably have the best double game week fixtures as they will be playing Wolves and Bournemouth. So they probably have the strongest fixtures that week and possibly also some Bournemouth players to also go into. So it's funny because I think those are players that we haven't primarily owned in fantasy this season, but we're going to try use them to try to save our season going forward. So those are just the players I'm looking at. But don't forget single gaming players because Bruno Fernandes was 13. It's like that could outscore any sort of double gaming player anyway. So
I mean, yeah,
also
he's also
looking at
had a
trying.
nice rest. You know, he's also had like a 6 week rest. So
Hey, you know what? It is funny because there was a thing. I don't know if it is like a meme or something, but Bruno's like, "Yo, guys, I lost my passport because I've never needed it this whole year." So when he was on international duty, he was like, "Ah, I nearly forgot my passport because I've been staying in Manchester. That's where I've been living." But yeah, so it's about finding the balance between the both and just trying to figure out what to do. So with that in mind, we have to go look up our favorite segment, which is Cola, Trust, Believe, and Strike Three, you're out. So call up is basically exactly what we need is, you know what, guys, we are about to double, you know, Jesus has just been, he's risen from the dead, so we need to go call up and tell everybody. So who are those people that you're going to call up when your team has been dying and you're like, you guys don't know that this man is going to save us? So that's who you're going to call up. Trust is the people that believe that Jesus is going to get resurrected. We trusted and we're like, you know what? We hear you, Jesus. We hear you. We see you. And you know what? We believed before anyone else did, and we believe you're going to resurrect our team anyway. And believe is, you know, the people that were skeptical, but you know, there was just that one oh where I'm like, you know what? I'll just wake up early. That's that Monday morning, just to see if you're gonna wake up that Monday morning. I never believed from Friday, but you know what? Let me just stay up for the sunrise on on that Sunday just to see. I'll go to sleep straight after, but just to see. And strike three you out are the people that never saw him at all and never believed from the beginning, so they get kicked out of your team. So, Sid, who do you look to call up? Because you doing a whole wild card. So who are you looking to call up this game week for your team?
so one of the players I'm looking to call up for this for my team. um, so I was originally looking at Ndai as well as one of the options,
Oh
but
yeah.
he's flagged as injured, so not sure if he's
Mhm.
gonna play. I was also looking at Christie from Bournemouth. The last few game weeks he's been pretty decent, and he's only 4.9, so he could be a very good bench player essentially for the double, a bench option for a bench boost basically. I'm also looking at yeah, Doug, the problem is the pickings are slim. The
Hey, it
pickings
is. Eh?
are very, very slim at this point in time because I've been looking and looking and looking, and it's just like obviously there is also I want to bring in a Newcastle player just because I feel like at this point in time Newcastle would be a good option towards the end of the season. They tend to perform very well towards the end of the season, so like Gordon would be one of the options, but I don't know if he's going to be realistic. Um, I mean Wilson. I'm gonna have to finally say, Wilson, come on down because like, you've been killing me all season.
Since December, man. Since Christmas, it's been the miracle that keeps giving. It's the miracle that keeps giving.
Quite literally. From a so look, I'm also looking at some of the. I'm trying to look for differentials at this point in time, but it's very difficult to find the differentials. I don't know. I was thinking about Suchek or from West Ham as well as a differential. Don't know if he'd be a good differential, to be honest.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
She's not bad. Yeah.
like, yeah. In terms of Yeah, I'm just looking in terms of the double game week players. It's difficult because it is a double for sure. It is a double, but the problem is that like it's not the right teams that are doubling
Yeah, yeah,
essentially.
yeah. Yeah. That's what I said. It's not the right team doubling. That's the sad part.
Yeah.
Like, who wants double? I don't think I've had a Brighton player all season. Like, so who wants? Okay, I know I haven't had a Leeds player all season.
I
So
had a Leeds player. The what's his name? One of the Leeds players I had,
did
but
you
then he went to
didn't you have
Afcon.
Calvert Lewin?
Yeah, oh yeah, I
Um,
also had
uh,
No, I didn't have
yeah,
Calvert
Calvert
Lewin.
Lewin.
Did I have
No,
Calvert
no.
Lewin?
Okay, well, maybe I thought about having Calvert Lewin. Yeah, we spoke about him because he had like that streak of scoring 5 goals in 5 game weeks. Yeah.
So I think for like if I just have to look at like for example for this next game week, looking at the player like looking at the double game week players, Semenyo is definitely one of them that I definitely want, but I already have him in my team.
Yeah. Mhm.
I'm also looking at a I don't know because City are playing against Arsenal, but also playing against Burnley.
Mm.
A City defender I would maybe go for because I think Arsenal are going to more than likely try to play for a draw in that game. So it could be a
Mm.
very stinky game of 0-0.
Mhm.
But there's also O'Reilly who could be an interesting option. O'Reilly and Gay, which are interesting options. Um,
Yeah.
your boy Palmer is predicted to be a very high scorer, but do I actually believe he's going to be a high scorer against United and Brighton? Maybe Brighton. United, I don't think so because United are where they are at the end of the day. As much fun as I want to make of United, they are where they are for a reason. And hey, bro, the reason is you guys play once a week. Relax yourselves.
What? What? Sid,
Relax
I'm just
yourselves.
saying, man.
Stop kissing
I'm just,
things,
I'm just
bro.
letting you know.
The only thing you need to be kissing is your girlfriend, bro. Go kiss your girlfriend.
Wow! Wow! I never thought you'd get a shout out on the podcast. I actually never thought. You're getting a shout out on the. Oh, she'll be so happy. All right, continue. Yeah.
um. So yeah, just in terms of the double, yeah, the double game week players is it's a rough one. That's the problem. I keep trying to scratch my head, and for bench boosting, yeah, to bench boost, it's Shem. Like basically, it's just Shem. That's all I can say. Like, I don't know. What are your feelings on uh, in terms of call ups for bench boosting?
Yeah. So, like, obviously, like, if I was wild carding, it would be a lot easier. But because I expected Arsenal to be doubling this game week, so then I had my double Arsenal defense of Timber and Gabriel ready, because I thought that even if Timber doesn't play this game week, he would be fit at least by that double game week time to have one. But then they never, so ruined my whole plan. So for me, the only issue is I don't have any transfers. Well, I have one transfer. I have one transfer week because I'm reckless with my nice things. So it becomes a real issue for me now to see which players I should go for, because like you said, none of these players are players that you actually like or would pick for a team. Of Even though I have Gordon, and I'm like, no matter which midfielder I pick, I believe in a single game week, Gordon will outscore any of those other players. So for me, basically, the only ones I'm looking for is in defense, because Leeds have a home game against Wolves, which could be an easy defense, and also Brighton also have played some decent fixtures. Because Brighton are playing Spurs, who on their third manager this year, or fourth, third, fourth. We have no idea what's
Well, I
what's
mean, if
going
you
on.
for me, I think one of the really good options from Brighton would be a Danny
Mm.
Welbeck, just for the
Yeah,
double
yeah,
game week.
yeah. So for me, I'm looking at it for my team purposes. Which players do have already doubled? So I know that for me, I have to have Haaland. I don't like Holland, or like I don't want people to be like, "Oh my God, he scored a hat trick." Man City had 4 shots on target and they scored 4 goals. It's more of a reflection on Liverpool than anything. It wasn't like City dominated anything. They had 4 shots on target and they scored 4 goals. That's just Chelsea being Chelsea. I'm not Chelsea, Liverpool being Liverpool. Because so it's not like you need Haaland like he is must need in that capacity. But I do think that 2 weeks of Haaland will outscore any other striker that you could possibly have that's gonna have one game week. So that's why I would pick Haaland as one of the people that I'm looking to call up. And then I already have Krupa Jr. and I already have João Pedro. So those 3 strikers are all doubling. So I don't see the need to look elsewhere, even if they're not the best forms of striker to pick for the double. For
Mm-hmm.
my team, considering I don't have transfers, that's the best plan of action for me to do. So I do think that the 3 best double gaming strikers, like you said, would be Haaland and either between 2 out of the 3, João Pedro, um, Danny Welbeck, and Dominic Calvert-Lewin. I do think that those three are the best double gaming strikers to look to have. But I can only really afford Haaland because I already have 2 other players doubling. Then in the midfield, um, there's just nothing there. I have Enzo Fernandez. Cole Palmer has been terrible. Like he might come right, but he has been terrible, and he's not worth. If you're wildcarding, he's worth a punt, but he's not worth bringing in and taking a -4. And then defensive wise, I think I just want a Leeds and a Burnley defender because Brighton are playing Burnley this game week, so they can get a nice clean sheet this game week, and then also for the double, he can come forth and prosper in game week 33.
Yeah.
So that's basically how I'm looking to handle it. Is I'm trying to bring in Holland and a Brighton defender for this game week, and then I'm gonna look towards a Leeds defender for the double just to have on my bench because I already have a Bournemouth defender, and having a single game week Gabriel is perfectly natural because he's the highest defender scoring in the league. So that's kind of how I'm looking at it. And then I'm just going to stick with the midfield that I have because none of the midfielders excite me enough to be worth, except for maybe Turkey if you want to go for like a Man City midfielder.
Mm-hmm.
None of the midfielders really in the double give me any inspiration. So that's just my opinion on who I'm calling up, which is Haaland, a Brighton defender, a Leeds defender, and yeah, that's basically who I'm looking to call up right now. And maybe if I can find money for Palmer, I might take a punt on him.
I mean, Palmer is a punt, but I don't know. Like the whole, also the question of his like, I just don't know how realistic it's gonna be of him, um, playing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I just don't know how realistic that is. So, in
and
terms
also
of
how good Chelsea are. Like that's also a thing that I. It's the same reason why I like Liverpool. Like, um, these players aren't playing well. Like their team, Man United have been struggling, but we still are outscoring these teams. They are not teams in form. Both of their managers are in trouble. So like there's nothing to make you want to get those players. But if you have them, you have to keep them. But there's nothing for you to go out unless you're wild carding and you want to take a punt that
yeah,
you should be going for these players. Because unless you want to captain them, I don't see why you should have them. Because I think Gordon can outscore. I think Gordon will be able to outscore a Palmer. I think who else would you have? Harry Wilson. I think Harry Wilson is gonna outscore Enzo Fernandez and Cole Palmer with his one game week. Like I genuinely believe that is the case. Okay,
wait, you
maybe
think
not
wait
Cole Palmer.
who do you think is gonna outscore? Wait, say that again.
Harry Wilson, bro. Harry Wilson's been Harry Wilsoning, bro. Harry Wilson. Nah, Sid, you don't want to believe me. Yeah, let's. Let's go in. Let's go in. Harry Wilson's last. Okay. So Harry Wilson has done 9, 3, 12, and 8. Those are his
Yeah,
past four game weeks. 9, 3, 12, and 8. Let's see what Enzo has because I've had Enzo. So Enzo has had 2, 2, 4, 1, 2, 2, 2, and then 8. So if you count up his two fixtures, so that's four game weeks. Let me do
yeah,
his last 8. So then let me do his last 8 to add up to Harry Watts' last four. So he's at 2, 2, 4, 1, 2, 2, 2, 8. So that is pretty much as equal to or less than Harry Wilson's past four. His last 8 is equal to his last four because he's going to have two games over one game. So I would trust Harry Wilson then try to bring in Enzo Fernandez. Palmer's on penalties, so I don't know what can happen there. But that's just my logic that I have to use because I don't have the transfers to change anything. That's just. But if you're wildcarding, then take the puns. But for me, I'm not gonna take a minus for somebody that I don't trust, and I can trust Brighton,
yeah.
Leeds defense, and Haaland. So those are the three that I'm focusing on.
Brighton leads. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I think that's the big thing is I get it's with these some of these players. It's so slim. Like I think some of like Brighton for me, I'm only looking at like Danny Welbeck, or I'm looking at and then like a Leeds defense makes sense because they've been so good defensively over the season. So I'm more than happy to take that risk. But yeah, I don't know. It's it's just such a hard decision, bro.
Yeah. And for my defense, it's like Timber is injured and is not doubling, so that's easy. And he might be rested because Arsenal have Champions League, so he might be rested for that one league game. We never know. And also, I have Virgil van Dijk, and I've seen Liverpool defend. I've seen Liverpool defend. So a Leeds defender instead of Virgil van Dijk. Like so, for me, it's easy to see why I would make that substitution if that makes
Yeah,
sense. And then Haaland versus Ekitike. Like Isak is back. Um, so then my three transfers that I want to make for Game Week 33 make sense of who the players I'm taking out to fit into my team. So that's just how I have to handle it. If you don't have a wild card, that's kind of how you must look at it is who are you replacing and why are you replacing them with that player to see if it's a maximum way to get the points you can. So the person I'm looking to trust, as I alluded to, was Harry Wilson. Um, Harry Wilson has been the savior of my team since probably December. Like he has in December, he's been phenomenal for me since December, and I think he is. Let me check again. Yeah, he is the fourth highest scoring midfielder in the whole game. So he has been everything I've needed him to be, and I think that he will outscore most of the doublers this game week and game week 33. So he is a person that I am choosing to trust in because I'm going to have to keep him till the end of the season. So yes, Harry Wilson, Tibbs trusts you, my man. Let's go.
So you're trusting in Harry Wilson till the end of the season?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
I don't
bro,
know.
did you not see there's a new Harry Potter show coming out? Harry Potter is out here just living his life. So Harry Wilson is now the new boy who lived, fam. That's who he is. So just like they believing in Harry Potter, Harry Wilson, I'm believing in you, my child.
I mean, yeah, you know what? Fair enough. Like, fair enough. At the end of the day, yeah. Uh, but it's, oh, as a, I'm just, yeah. I think, yeah, you are right in the sense that, um, like, yeah, Harry Wilson. I mean, he's proven that he's going to perform. His perform is performing. So, My thing is, there's just one player that I'm kind of worried about right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. And the one player that I'm worried about is Salah, because it's Salah's last dance. We all know it's his last dance. And dog, I feel like that's a problem. Liverpool go out in FA Cup. Yeah, it was FA Cup. 4-0.
Yeah.
Um, last dance for Salah. I feel like man's got something to prove.
The sad part is, like, because you discussed this. That's
Mm-hmm.
um, I think, like I said off to you earlier, I would probably trust Salah more than Palmer if there was a decision that had to be made. I would trust Salah more than Palmer, but yeah, that's basically it. Yeah, that's basically it. But I don't think this is the last answer, man. I think as soon as he got that money, we should learn from Aubameyang, Özil, Lacazette, Willian. We should all learn the lesson. As soon as they get that money, they fall off a cliff and can't be relied upon. So I would rather go for history rather than nostalgia. That's what I would. So then that's the logic that I would use to to not go for Salah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess, yeah. I don't know. Um, I don't know. It's just like it's just scary. I feel like the Salah part and something in me is saying, but also this season I've done horribly in fantasy, so
Yeah,
maybe I
but
shouldn't be listening.
where Salah can still be can still be in my free hit team. That's the thing of he can still be in my free hit team of I can give Salah one more dance.
Yeah.
But I personally I think for you could because of how you have transfers built up and you have a wild card and a free hit. I
Mm-hmm.
would take the chance on Salah if I was you. So I fully get that. But for me, I think that I could only really rely on him in a free hit type scenario.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah. So the person that I'm choosing to believe in is the man that you talked about, which is João Pedro. I can only say this is that is the only positive thing coming out of Chelsea at this current moment in time is João Pedro. João Pedro has dealt with a lot, but no one's out there clamoring, calling for Nicholas Miss Jackson to come back. No one can say that he has been he has been what is advertised. He has been what everybody like. Even okay, what Sid did that I never believed in, but he was advertised as being possibly the best third choice striker in the league at this current moment in time because everyone said he's a Chelsea number 9. He's very cheap. He gets good goals and assist returns for the season. He has been exactly as what has been advertised for FPL and how he's done this season. So even though Chelsea have been stinking, no one can say João Pedro has stunk, which is something you can say about almost none of the Chelsea players this season. And he is doubling in game week. Yeah, he is doubling in game week 33. So for me, I have to keep him, even though his fixtures are tough in game week 33. I'm choosing to believe in João Pedro because I didn't at the start of the season, but just like Shrek, you made me a believer. when, ah,
I'm actually done. You know what?
ah,
Never mind. I'm out of
I
this
love.
podcast.
Ah, I believe, I believe, I believe, I believe, I believe. I'm a believer. Ah,
The
Sid.
childishness that
You
I've
make
just
me laugh.
witnessed. Oh my
Sid.
god.
Hey, Sid, you make me laugh, Reggie. You make me laugh. All right, so Sid, who you gonna believe in?
I think I have to believe in Haaland because I'm bringing him in, and I have to believe in Haaland.
Nice.
So,
Hey, he's a man to believe in, my man. He
because
is a
I'm
man
about
to
to
believe in.
spend a lot of money that I don't have.
I know, like I have to actually think if I can get him because I might have to take a minus to get him because I don't know how the sufficient funds are sufficient, but because I actually might want to keep him because I mean not keep him, only bring him in next week because Ekitike does have a good game against Fulham coming up, but I'll make my decision once I see
No,
Liverpool
I'm done
play
with
in the
Ikitike,
Champions
bro.
League.
I'm done with that
Oh, okay,
Ikitike bullshit. That
okay,
man must just
okay,
leave.
okay.
That man must just leave. That man must go
I
back.
want to see
He
how he
must go back
performs.
and Ikitike somewhere else, Doug. Doug, he must go Ikitike somewhere
I
else.
want to see how he does this week in the Champions. Oh, today, not this week, in the Champions League today, and then I'll make my decision on Ekitike.
Nah, he needs to go play
But
in.
he
He
will be
needs.
gone by Gameweek 33. But 33, he will be gone. But it's
No,
whether
no,
I'm going to
no.
give him one more chance, one
No,
farewell song. You know?
no. That man must go. That man must go. He must go. He must go to Barca and play tiki taki and be Ikitike, bro. like,
Okay.
he's now in
So
my
my
head.
strike
In
three,
my
yeah,
head. In
yeah.
my head. That man is tiki taki Ikitike. Dog.
I don't even blame him, bro. Like he also is one of the only bright spots. Him and Slobosly are the only things that I can say has been remotely positive about Liverpool this season. Oh, and the new man, that Rio guy, that new Rio guy. I don't know his surname,
Rio
but
and
like
Gamero or
the new
something like that.
17, yeah, that new 17-year-old kid. I'm like, hey, bro, I trust him more than I trust Campo. If I if I was Liverpool, I would be trusting him more than I trust Campo. But yeah, so that's just the people I choose to believe. Strike three, you're out. Yo, yeah, Timber. We don't know what's happening with you, so but he should be coming back soon. But Arsenal aren't doubling anymore. I think everybody has Gabriel. So and he
I
played and
low
got a
key
clean
think,
sheet.
but I think there's a conversation to be had about still keeping an Arsenal double defense
Oh no, yeah,
for
no, okay.
the next like even though they're not doubling, I think there's still a
Mhm,
conversation to be had with regards to like
mm.
maybe not a double defense, but at least one of the defenders staying in and around the Arsenal team, staying in and around your FPL team because like you could get a game where two defenders still get like you get a defender who gets two and it's a four.
Oh no, I fully agree that I still having a double Arsenal defense is like a sound maneuver. Um, and I might do the double Arsenal defense in my free hit team, but I just know that for game week 33, having a double Arsenal defense isn't the best thing to do. So that's just for game week 33. So I would definitely um possibly not have one if I'm free if I'm wildcarding. I would probably not have a double Arsenal defense, but I would keep one, and then after game week 34, I could then get a double Arsenal defense because Arsenal are still the best defense in the league. So doubling up on their defense is still possibly a very good decision. If Timber was fit, I wouldn't be taking out Timber this game week. I'd just decide to keep him going forward. But since I know that Brighton are playing Burnley this game week, and they have a double next game week, I think that he will outscore Timber in that small sample size of two game weeks this season. So it's a purely tactical situation. That's why I'm getting rid of. That's why I said Timber's a strike three out for me. But yeah, so that's him. And then also, yeah, Eketike had him, my man. Like we took a chance on you. We believed your hype, and you showed us that
No, he
you
showed
ain't
us
him.
his tiki taka
You're
ikatike,
not
bro.
him.
He
Yeah,
showed us
yeah,
his
yeah.
tiki
He
taka
showed us. He
ikatike,
showed
dog.
us why only Liverpool wanted to spend that money on you. And he said, but so yeah, and then also possibly a strike three out. Um, is who else could be a strike three out? Is actually
Enzo,
Dubravka. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, Enzo Fernandez
Fernandez,
is, yeah.
strike three
Enzo
you out.
Fernandez is because you
Roots
don't
to
know
strike three
because
you
he's been
out.
suspended.
Dubravka strike
Yeah,
three you out. Tiao
yeah.
strike three you out. Uh, Shesko strike three, you're out. And
Oh,
Pueblo
Pueblo,
strike three.
definitely.
And Pueblo
Pueblo,
strike three, you're
Yo, Sid, your team has been struggling, my man. Your team has been struggling. Now, Enzo is one, but I just need to find a midfielder that I would want to take a minus to get rid of for Enzo. So that's just,
Semenya,
I already have some menu.
Rogers.
Okay, that's where I'm like, nah. I've seen you struggle with Morgan Rogers this whole time. You, I've seen you week after week being like Rogers is your time, and I'm like, Sid, that man's clock has been run out, my man. That man is not. So, so I support your hustle if that's what you're
No,
looking
no,
for.
so he's also
But
strike three out. Rogers is also strike three out for me.
exactly. So
It's
for
just
me,
I
I'm
was just
like,
hoping I'd get someone else to buy him so that I can at
no,
least
Sid,
laugh.
I can't.
At least I
Come
can
on.
enjoy the something from being on the other side.
I can't bring it, like I can't be taking minuses for people that can't be trusted. You see, that's Rogers. Aston Villa have been decent, and they do have a good like closing fixtures, but I've not seen anything from Rogers that should make me stress in life. Like I'm not going to bed worried about what Rogers is gonna do. I am worried about what Holland can do, especially knowing that I'm trusting Ekatike and not Holland. So that's where I'm even more worried about Salah than I am about Rogers. But so then those are the players that we should look to target, and those are the players that we should look to get in the next coming in this game week and also for game week 33. But now we have our hindsight is foresight. That is when we predict the results for these upcoming game weeks for this upcoming game, so we can decide which players we should be getting from those teams because of the score predictions that we make. So the first game is the Friday kickoff. So it is about 9 o'clock Central African time. So I'm guessing that it'll be an hour and a half before that is the deadline. So just look at your local times to decide the deadline that game week. But it's West Ham versus Wolves. So now this is the ultimate. I can't say it's a relegation 6 pointer because Wolves are going to go down. But for West Ham, it's a must win. So West Ham, you're at home. You must be forever blowing bubbles. You must be using that Olympic stadium because you can't win the championship in that Olympic stadium, my guy. So, so I'm gonna say that West Ham, this is a must-win match. And even though Wolves have been informed this past few times, I'm like, West Ham, if you're gonna stay up, this is the game. I trust you, Nuno. So I think it's gonna be 2-1 to West Ham.
You think it's 2-1 to West Ham?
That's exactly what I think.
Mm.
Because it has to be.
It has to be. It has to
Oh
be.
yeah, for them, this has to happen. Is what I'm saying. I'm looking out for West Ham.
You were looking out for West Hammers.
Yeah, that's what
Shame. um, what do I feel like? What do I feel like in terms of this game? Just to make things interesting. Just to make things interesting. Wait. Let me look at the table. Yeah, I know. West Ham must win. Yeah.
Yeah.
2-1.
You're just looking
2-1.
for a Tottenham downfall. That's always good one. So don't get twisted by having certain optimism about West Ham. No. This has to do with Sid being like, I don't want Tottenham going down when they ain't around. My whole world slides down. Okay. Yes, so then that's the opening fixture. We're both going a West Ham win. A score prediction, Sid?
Score predictions. What for? Wait. Say that again. Sorry.
West Ham. Yeah, you said West Ham to win. Never said a
Yeah, I
score.
said West Ham 2-1.
West Ham to win. All right. Okay, that's fair. So
West Ham
then
2-1.
we go, the Monday, the first fixture, the lunchtime fixture It is Arsenal versus the
Dog, what
both of the
what are
mouth.
you reading Monday?
No, Saturday. Oh, did I say
Yeah,
Monday? I meant to say. Oh, I meant to say
Friday.
Saturday
Friday they
lunchtime
play, Friday
fixture.
they're playing at 8 o'clock at night on
Yeah,
Friday.
yeah, yeah. And then the
Oh,
Saturday
sorry.
lunchtime fixture. Oh, Saturday. So
Yes,
Saturday
Saturday
lunchtime
time
fixture.
fixture.
There
There
we
we
go.
go.
There we have Arsenal versus the Bull of the Mouths. So here is my prediction, and this might shock you because Sid's gonna do what he usually does. So he's gonna do my prediction, but my prediction actually comes from actual logic and actual realness. Sid's one is gonna come to just defeatist logic and nonsense. So I predict that it's gonna be a 1-1 draw between Arsenal and Bournemouth. And now Sid's going to agree with me, but he's going to agree with me for nefarious reasons. I actually believe it's going to be 1-1. Arsenal have been struggling to create goals these past few seasons, past few games. They have a very big, not a very big injury crisis, but they have a lot of players coming back from injury. Um, we're still trying to see about Rice, if Rice's fitness is good enough to play back-to-back games. Martinelli's just come back. Trossard's just come back. Gabriel's still coming back. Saliba's still coming back. They're coming back, but they are not fit. Timber hasn't come back. Saka's injured. Madueke looked like he got injured. So they do have a lot of injuries going forward. I think Eze is also still injured. So they still have a lot of injuries. People are still coming back from fitness. They've just been to Portugal, so will they make it back in time for Saturday morning? So
Bro, they're
and then
already
on
back.
and
They're already back in Arsenal.
I'm just saying,
In
being back, 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 like fitness wise back. So there's genuine reasons that I believe Arsenal are going to draw that aren't going to be Sid's reasons of nah. So 1-1 draw, Arsenal, Bournemouth. Take us
2
away,
0 win
Sid.
Arsenal.
Ah, look at you!
2-0 win Arsenal.
Look at you,
2-0
Sid.
win Arsenal.
You got King Kai back, so that's the man.
Arsenal will
King Kai
score two
came out
goals.
there to save the day. Um, so yeah, so I think yeah, so
Because
I think
the
1-1.
thing is, you have to realize Arsenal need, in the next 3 games, the entire season will be defined for
Mm,
Arsenal. Because
yeah.
they go and play before City plays, because City play on Sunday,
Yeah.
and they have a chance to be 12 points above City from Sunday. And then
Mm-hmm.
Arsenal's next game is against City.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So they would never slip up, so they never do that.
dog, if they slip up, I disown my team. Okay, no, I don't disown my team, but like, I will not be on this podcast next week.
I said I even remember I said you wouldn't dare lose to Southampton. I remember I said this.
And I said we
I
would.
said you wouldn't dare.
And I said we
But
would.
I said you wouldn't dare. Remember saying you wouldn't dare.
And I
But
said this
you
was a
dared
game where we
to
would
dream.
lose.
You dared to dream.
And this
That's
is a
why I can't
game.
believe it.
That was the game where I actually think we could lose to Southampton.
Yeah, because Southampton, the spread of the FA Cup, this is literally all they have to play for. While they also can play to get promotion, because they're currently in the promotion places for the championship. But yeah,
Mm,
so I think a draw. You say Arsenal win.
yeah.
Alrighty, cool. So yeah, we both believe in Arsenal. Then we have Brentford versus Everton. I really don't know this because Brentford have somehow become like in the race for European competition. I don't know when, how it happened, but they're there now. Everton have been okay as a team, but Brentford are at home, and I think that they have a really good team. So I think Brentford are gonna win 2-0.
Hmm. I'll say 1-0 to Brentford.
Okay. All right.
Burnley,
I'm,
Brighton.
I'm sad because I still don't. I haven't had Thiago all season. I really. That's been my mess up. So then you have Burnley versus Brighton. I think Brighton win 1-0.
Hmm. No, I think Burnley win 1-0.
Okay. Yeah, Burnley do have a better home stats, so I can fully agree with that. Hey, we have Liverpool versus Fulham. I think this is going to be a 2-2 draw.
A 2-2 draw.
Liverpool versus Sid, tell me what faith you could have that Liverpool are going to do anything. Just let me know. When you've let me know what in the past 5 game weeks have shown you that Liverpool are able to beat a well organized Fulham team, why don't you tell me that? Then tell me my prediction is
No,
nonsense.
I think Fulham win 2-1.
Ooh, okay. Alrighty, okay.
I think Fulham win
Good
2-1.
as
I
good.
don't think Liverpool draw.
Yeah, Liverpool have also been struggling to score goals. Like they've needed like bangers from Sliversly, and they've needed corners from Van Dijk. Like they haven't. Ekitike started strong at the beginning, but none of the front three from Gakpo, from Chiesa to Salah, none of them have really contributed effectively goal scoring wise.
Yeah. No, 100% agree. I don't think anybody has.
So then on Sunday we have Palace versus Newcastle. This game I can't call because I think both of these teams are teams not in are great teams, but teams that don't have a lot of momentum coming into this game. So I think it's tough. But I think Newcastle are slightly more settled as a team than Crystal Palace. So I think Newcastle can win this 1-0.
1-0.
Yeah.
Mm, no, I think it's a 1-1 draw.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
fair.
1-1 draw
Okay, that's
between
fair.
Palace and Newcastle. Yeah.
So now it's Nottingham Forest versus Aston Villa. Nottingham Forest, this turns into you have to get points here, my guy. So I'm gonna go for a bold acclamation of saying that it's gonna be a 2-2 draw. Nottingham Forest, Aston Villa. They need some points. And I think that Villa had one good game last week, but they are still being in the mud for the past couple of weeks.
Forest to beat Villa 1-0.
Okay.
Okay, I think that's where it'd be. Yeah.
But now we are here. Our favorite team, man. We are here for the Deservy special. Tottenham's third manager in I don't even know how long. With that Ange, they had Thomas Frank, they had Tudor, and now we are having our man Deserby. A 5-year contract. Man is just being handed money for free, man. For free. Deserby is a great manager. Um, but I think Deserby is the manager they should have gone for after Ange Postecoglou, where they both play a similar type of pressing football, trying to be on the front foot. So I don't. That never worked for Ange. I don't think it's gonna work for De Zerbi, and I think that Sunderland are just a tougher team than them. So I'm gonna say Sunderland win 1-0.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't think Spurs. The problem is, I don't think Spurs has the mettle to actually fight. And like, if Arsenal had to also go fight in a relegation battle, we would not be able to. I don't think we've got the mettle to do it. We don't know what it
Better.
looks like. I think United
Yeah,
would be the same.
Amaran, if we were in a relegation battle, we would puzzle.
Yeah,
So I fully get it.
like last season, you guys, everybody was lucky where you accrued enough points to be above a relegation battle. Like,
Yeah.
but yes, you would take like you were low, but you weren't in that relegation battle. But like this season, Spurs have not managed to do it. They still fight it. They actually are in a relegation battle, and I think the typical big clubs, if they actually had to go into a relegation battle with the way social media exists, with the way like the news and like reporting and like media in general exists, and the coverage that top six teams would get, like the
Yeah,
traditional
yeah, yeah.
big six teams would get, I don't think
Mm-hmm.
the team, and also we cannot forget about the fact that Spurs have injuries. It's not even a thing of like, oh, they've got their best players.
Yeah.
They don't have their best
Yeah.
players, which is a shame. Like, I feel bad for them, but at the same time, ha.
I know what you mean. Where there was a funny status of the last time Dulan Kulusevski played for Tottenham was under Ange Postecoglou. So that man has watched. That man has not has seen 3 coaches being announced and not been in a training session with one of them. It's a, it's a, it's been a beautiful. No, that's a real stat, man. Is that he's watched 3 coaches be appointed Tottenham manager that have never seen him on the training field. They have never seen his. So he's just been chilling there. He's just been doing his rehab there, and he just sees a new old cup. He's like, oh shit, all right, cool, don't worry, coach. I'll save you next.
You can pick me. You can pick me next
I
season.
got you, coach. Don't worry. I'm working my way back just for you, Baji. And then he's going, okay, coach, don't worry. I'll get back. And you'll see me. Okay, coach. Then out this time I will be ready. So yeah, so that, and I think Sunderland just are a solid team, and I'm very surprised that they haven't even had a whiff of the relegation battle dogfight. And even if they were, I think that they had the most chance of staying up because I think they have the most metal about them.
Yeah.
So then we have Man City versus Chelsea. Now, I don't know how this is going to go, but I'll tell you for free Chelsea aren't winning this game. That's what I'll tell you. I can tell you that today, tomorrow, together. So I think it's going to be Man City 3, Chelsea 1.
Man City 3, Chelsea 1. Are you being serious? Man City
Deadly.
3, Chelsea
Deadly.
1.
Deadly, Sid. Deadly. Have you seen Chelsea's defense, fam? They have done nothing to help themselves, bro. And then Reece James is now out. Enzo is going to be out for that game, so they're going to probably be playing a midfield of Lavia and Andre Santos. And the number 10 position, Palmer hasn't done his thing. Liam Delap hasn't been good. Pedro Neto hasn't been good. Ganacho has been a bench player at best.
I'm going with
Sid.
I'm going with a 2-2 draw.
Oh, I forget. Since they are chasing you. Okay, Sid. I get all your predictions now. They have nothing to do with football. But I suppose. No, I mean, genuine.
No, okay.
There's
okay.
no way you watch
no.
City
No,
beat
okay.
Arsenal and Liverpool and say, you know what, they're going to struggle against Chelsea. You can't tell me this, Sid. In the past 2 games, they have beaten Arsenal and beaten Liverpool
wait, relax
to the
yourself.
score of 6-0.
Wait,
Relax yourself.
Wait, hold on.
So
Relax yourself.
Chelsea now going to find these 2 goals.
This is the same.
Let's go.
Same team.
Let's go,
This is the same team. This is the same team that battled against relegation teams. This is the same City team that battled. I'm not. No, you guys are out here doing injustices. You're doing injustices. You know what I mean?
Injustice where?
Injustice to
how?
this game. Injustice to this game. At the end of the day, we are talking about football, and in football, hey, bro, yeah, okay, they beat Liverpool like who you said they said. Your words, not mine. At the beginning of this thing, it was 4 shots on targets. Liverpool can't defend, and they scored 4. So I wouldn't take that seriously. Then you said yourself said
I did say this.
Arsenal bottled, bruh. They wouldn't go do this. Arsenal bottled. So
I haven't said any of that this episode.
You did at the start of this. At the start of this episode, you said these things. So now you cannot go and tell me, hey, bruh, what I've said about 30 minutes ago or 45 minutes ago is wrong, but now what I'm saying is right. You can't tell me that. You have to pick a lane, my guy. Pick a lane. So
I did.
you
either
believe that your City are that good at this point in time that they've gone and beaten Liverpool and Arsenal back in back-to-back games, and they've just turned a corner They're gonna win 8 games in a row. They're gonna be the best
I
team in
knew it.
England.
Now you're adding words I haven't said. Now you add words I've never said.
That's the implication. Because also,
I never said any of these
words at
words.
the top of this episode were, look, Chelsea just beat a team 7-0. Are they back in the game? These are your questions. These were your questions.
And now I'm answering the question. Sid, I told you we're going to ask these people the question. Now we have to answer.
You started with rhetorical questions. Questions in this podcast episode, and you can't now say, you know what, you said then because you knew what you were saying. You knew where you were trying to say, but you didn't realize you're gonna come to the end of the episode when it comes to this prediction time, and you're gonna have to say, yeah, no, Chelsea 3-1. No, Man City against Chelsea 3-1. Shame. For once, can't defend, but they beat a team 7-0.
Yes, they did. They did.
United are the same team that lost to, I don't know, I can't even remember that Grimsby at the beginning of the season, and you're third in the league. So what? So you're telling me Grimsby should be third in the league?
Sid, I was just putting out my opinion. That's all I was doing, Sid. I apologize. I apologize if that's what you garnered from what I was saying.
No. I want you to be honest and respectful of this game.
And I am.
This great game.
And I am. I'm telling you, it's going to be 3-1.
You telling me I'm pushing agendas. When you're the one who's pushing an agenda. Ha.
Me, a gen where, fam? I don't know where there is a gen in my life, bruh. So there's no gens in my life, Sid. So I don't know what gen you are thinking of, but that is none of the stuff that Tibs is talking about right now. I am talking about, I think, Man City and a Chelsea team with an out-of-form Palmer, with a injured Reece James, a suspended Enzo Fernandez.
Man was just advocating for taking a punt on Palmer in like 20 seconds ago. Man was just advocating for keeping João Pedro in his team 30 seconds ago, and now
that's why there's the one goal, Sid. That's why there's the one goal. That's the João Pedro-ness right there for you, my man. I told you. There's the João Pedro goal for you. I'm just saying, there's the João Pedro goal for you. That's why I said 3-1. So I've been with maybe a Cole Palmer assist. So I've put out there. That's why I would take a punt on these players.
So you take a punt for a goal, bruh? A goal.
Yeah, because they have a double game week next game week. So then you're buying them for game
but they're so trash. You yourself said out of form, no midfield, playing with Santos. Why are you going for a trash team then? Even with because they double.
No, because Enzo is gonna be back next game week. So the midfield will get repaired because he's only suspended for the League Cup game and this current game.
That's an internal suspension. So, it's not an external suspension. It's an internal suspension.
Yeah.
So that internal suspension can continue. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, they said it's going to be 2 games. So it can continue, but they said 2 games. I'm just putting it out there. We'll see who's right. We'll see who's closer to being right.
You also saying that Chelsea have a better chance. These are your words, by the way. Have a better chance to do bits against United in their double game week and Brighton in their double game week than they have against one game against City.
Yes, because Man United, as great as we are, we haven't kept clean sheets. We've always made fun of that.
If you go throughout the podcast, I'm the one who's been advocating for United to be taken. I'm like, listen, guys, you guys must understand where you are. No, you must understand where you are. But at the same time, guys, understand, you guys have lost next to 0 games this season. It's single digits.
I mean, we get to those predictions next week, Sid. We'll talk about it. We're talking about that next week, Sid.
No, you're going to insult.
Let's talk about this game.
You're insulting your team, bro. That badge
How am I insulting my team?
That badge that you kissed. That badge you kissed.
Sid, I'm just saying, I've seen my team concede game win and game out. So I think that that they will concede. I think Chelsea will score in both of their games next week. I think they'll score against Brighton, and I think they'll score against United. That's why I have them scoring against a City team. I believe in this team in that capacity. Winning is a whole different story.
I never said
But
they would
I
win
believe.
either.
Okay, so then the draw, you say. That's fine. So then it's Sunday, and Man United still haven't played yet. I don't even know what the Premier League are doing. But Man United still haven't played yet, and it is Sunday in terms of the fixtures. So finally, after
No, you
returning
didn't
from
let me give
Dublin,
my fixture. You didn't let me give my prediction about Chelsea.
oh, you said, oh, okay, cool.
No,
Did
no,
you say that
2-2 draw.
2-2 draw?
Yeah.
Okay, fairness. But then finally, Man United, after their 3 week sabbatical, their rest from rest, they are gonna play Leeds, a great derby at home. Leeds, I think, I don't think they've won an away fixture this game week. I mean, this season. So they aren't a juggernaut away from home. But there is COVID Lewin out there. So I think it'll be a little bit challenging. But I think Man United will win at 2-1.
No, I don't think so. Now I'm gonna push an agenda. Now I'm gonna push an agenda. Now I'm gonna push. Now I'm gonna push agendas. I don't think they win. I think they lose 2-0. That's an agenda. If you want an agenda, I'll give you agendas now. If you want agendas, I'll give you agendas now.
So you see, Sid, this is what we call like just lashing out. That's what we call this now. Because this whole podcast, since I will be Sid now. This whole podcast, you said, yeah, I've said this about Man United, is Man United don't lose games. You know this. Man United, you guys can say what you want to say, but you guys don't lose. I think you guys have lost one game in the past, like since
You've only
since
lost
even
one game
Amaran
this
days.
year. You've lost this. You've
Yeah,
only
yeah, we
lost
only lost one
in
game this year.
2026.
We are already in April, so and we've only lost one game this year. So I physically don't think it's possible. So I just think we're gonna be a casual 2-1. Just go home, Bruno, and then we'll talk about like a Shesko or a Cunha out here coming through with a second goal, and we come through. And we come through with a nice little W to end off the game week. So that's my idea of what I should do and what hindsight is foresight. So Sid is obviously going to be wildcarding. So we will try to get you that wild card, like that wild card that he ends up going with. I think for captaincy options this game week, I currently have my captaincy on Bruno. I think he's been probably the most successful midfielder in the past 3 or 4 game weeks. So I definitely think, and he's
Why
playing
not?
a
Why not
Leeds team.
Haaland? Considering you predicted a 3-1, you predicted a 3-1 win for City, and if Haaland doesn't score, City don't score more than one goal. So, so why not Haaland if he?
Because Bruno is a Bruno
No, 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 no.
Fernandez
But
is a
you predicted. That's what you
midfielder.
predicted, right?
I did what I predicted, and now I'm going to explain why. Bruno Fernandez is a midfielder. He can get if Man United keep a clean sheet, he gets an extra point. Bruno Fernandez has also got defensive contribution points before, and his goals come with 5 points
But
instead of Haaland's 4.
you predicted a 2-1, a 2-1.
Yeah, yeah.
You predict. We're just going off of your predictions now. You predicted
Yes,
a
yeah,
2-1
I know.
win. So he's not gonna.
And a 3-1 win.
No, I'm saying for United.
Oh, for the United, yeah.
United,
He won't get the
predicted a
goal
2-1
sheet.
win.
Yeah, he won't get
So
the
he
clean
won't
sheet.
get the.
He
won't
might
get
get
the
defensive
clean sheet.
contribution.
He
might be
get
getting
an
assists.
point, but depending not, and then he might get an assist and a goal. But if Haaland scores 2 goals and he gets bonus points, and because if Haaland scores a brace, he gets what he gets. He gets bonus points. He does get his goals. So at that point, Haaland is still the better captaincy option, considering also he's more expensive, and the fact that you're thinking about taking a minus to bring him into your team.
Yeah, so if I take the minus, I will bring him into the team. I have to just do the calculation from Eketike to him to see if I can do that. But yeah, but if I do
why
that,
did you not recommend Haaland as a captain? That's my question.
I just said the best one at the moment is Bruno
For
because I
you,
don't have
yes.
Haaland in my team yet.
For you,
So
yes.
I was
We're
going to
here
get to
for
the second
people.
part.
We're here for the people.
If I get Haaland, Haaland is, I think, possibly the best captaincy option. Yes, definitely the best captaincy option for game
There
week
we go.
33.
Okay, okay, okay.
There we
This
go.
this man
But
has
for
had to
this
push an
game week,
agenda. Now he has to live by his agenda. Now he's gonna live by the sword, die by the sword, bro. That's it. That's
yes,
what we're gonna get here.
exactly. So I'm gonna say I think it's between him and Bruno. Right now it's on Bruno because I don't have Holland. But later in the week, if I'm able to purchase Holland, I will let you know what agenda I have. Sid.
Oh, so
So
you
that's
do.
just my
So you
idea.
do admit to having an agenda.
Sid, I feel like I possibly could have one. If I do, it's not intentional. It's not intentional. Just know
Okay,
that.
so
That's what I will
I'm
tell
just
you.
gonna leave you. I'm gonna leave your agenda alone. Just going off of pure statistics and predicted points for this game week. Um, Haaland at 6.6. So yes, best captaincy. Bruno at 6.2. Gabriel also at 6.6. So another captaincy option realistically. Salah at 5.8, and then Palmer at 5.4. Those are the predicted points for the players. So those are your five captaincy options essentially.
Okay. No, those are good captaincy options.
And if you
So
really
yes,
want to,
guys.
there's also another player. If you really want to, take a punt, like some people would say, you have João Pedro at 5.4. Who apparently you've got only one City player here, and you've got two Chelsea players in the mix for this fixture for this game week in the top six. In the top six players, you got two versus one, and apparently there's a reason somehow City are about to score three.
You know what, Sid? Sometimes you need your eyes to see the future. You don't need the stats. The stats might be misleading. That's all I'm just saying. The stats might be misleading. Not me. I'm not misleading but the stats could be misleading. But we will discuss this further on. There's still a lot of days to go before the deadline on Friday. So yes, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, follow us at the bottom there for all of our socials on Instagram, TikTok, and obviously the YouTube of the tubes. So thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for listening to our episode this week. My name is Tibbs from the FPL Diamond Dogs.
And my name's Sid,
And remember, we're number one in the field.
and number one in your hearts.
Hey.